Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Hello, and welcome back to the Red Lasered Water Guy TV show. Okay, Joe Blanton here. I'm here to help you, help yourself, help your body heal itself naturally, because it has to be done in that sequence. And today we're going to talk more about detoxing and true nutrition with one of our newest products. And we'll get into a lot of what's causing us to be out of shape and out of condition and starting to deteriorate our bodies. Because we don't want to stop doing that. And detoxing is one of the best ways to help your body heal itself naturally. In my 20s, I had a real rough birth and was sick most of my childhood with asthma, hay fever, sinuses, and tons of allergies. And in my mid-20s, I healed all that holistically. And I did it with lifestyle change and detoxing, and then looking for better nutrition, staying hydrated. It's not any one thing that's going to, change it overnight, but it took about a year and a half, maybe a little longer, and been healthy ever since. So I've been on this path a long time and helped a lot of people help themselves, help their body heal itself naturally. So if you have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Well, looks like we got some more technical difficulties here. That's not supposed to be happening. We're back. Okay. Well, we're going to run with it this way. At least you can see the slides are not as big as I'd like, but let's see if they'll advance. If not, I'm going to stop screen share and start over again. See if we can make this thing work this time. Beginning. Okay, well, at least this time we got it to advance. So more technical difficulties. So again, welcome to the show. And if you want to get a hold of me for any reason, best way is just text me or call me, 469-766-5511. Or you can email me at joe@theredlaserguy.com. And then I've got a YouTube channel, YouTube/@theredlaserguy. That's got a lot of new information on it. There's 3 different videos on the research we've done on the Replenish Love product that we just introduced. That's a toxic-free deodorant with nutrition in it, to where you start getting your vitamins and minerals transdermally, or what we call vibrodermally, through the skin in 26 seconds, right into your blood. It doesn't have to go through the digestive system. And so I've already stopped taking 5 of the supplements I was taking, because I'm getting more than enough through my Replenish Love, using it as a deodorant. And it's a great deodorant too. It lasts 1 to 2 days for most people. So and again, we know that everything is energy, so we're not going to get the slides to show up. All right. So my most valuable asset's my health, and another valuable asset of mine is my money. So that works for all of us. When we have our health, life's a lot of fun. But when we start losing our health, life's not much fun. And we're known in the U.S. for, sacrificing our health to earn wealth, and then, in the later years, spend all of our wealth trying to get our health back. And it doesn't work real well that way. So that's something we ought to think about. I've got a slide here that talks about the frequencies of the body. Bruce Tenio was the one to originally build the equipment that measured the frequencies in the body. And a healthy body vibrates 62 to 78 megahertz, and which is a nice range. But a healthy brain vibrates 72 to 90 megahertz. So that's a different, set of frequencies. Everywhere in the body, you're going to find different frequencies, but they all have a range. It's like a healthy muscle vibrates at a specific frequency, animal or human, because that frequency is what makes it a muscle, because everything has its own frequency that it vibrates. A healthy heart vibrates 67 to 70 megahertz. And disease starts when you get down around 58 megahertz. And that's where your body becomes a host for like candida and stuff like that, flus and colds, etc. So you got to lower your vibration down to 58 degrees megahertz or lower before you start having symptoms like that. So that's a sign, right? And then when you become receptive to things like cancer, when you get down around 42 megahertz, and the death cycle begins at about 25 megahertz. And so there's so much that, everything you do in your whole life helps determine where you're vibrating. And one of the things it is the words you use. The words you use, your mindset is 100% in charge of where you're vibrating on a mental and emotional type level. The physical stuff, we're getting into that a little bit here with nutrition and toxins and things. But, the words you use tell you very clearly where you're vibrating. If you have a lot of love and joy in your life, if you have a lot of satisfaction, accomplishing what you want to accomplish, you're moving forward, you have a lot of optimism and laughter in your life, you're vibrating higher, and you're more flexible, you're more limber, you have better balance, and life is good. Less pain, less stiffness. But when you start having a lot of worry and fear, which has been, the programming over the last few years here, the whole thing was about fear. And so when you go into that, you start lowering your vibration down in, closer to the 58 megahertz. If you have any resentment, if you're holding resentment, you have any regrets, if you're after revenge, anything you resist persists. And it's worse than that, because anything you resist grows, it gets bigger, because you're pushing against it. You're giving it your energy to keep it alive. Okay. And if you have hate and anger in your life, your vibration is lower, and you're gonna be stiffer. Your balance won't be as good. Your health, you'll have colds and flus, and maybe worse. You may have backaches. It's hard telling what's going on. Okay, but that's because you're vibrating lower, and you're talking yourself into vibrating lower because of your mindset. Holding on to the past is what that works out to be. So you're either holding on to the past or you're afraid of the future, one of the two. Both of those lower your vibration dramatically. And, so that's what you'll be living with. And so I call it the spiral of health, okay? And we're the only one in charge of that. Nobody else can be happy for you. Nobody else can laugh for you. Nobody else can create the health that you want to have or the life that you want to live. Nobody else can do that but you. So the biggest thing, there's a lot of things in our environment that are holding us back. We've seen this slide before. The air, the stuff they're blowing in the air, the things they're putting in the water, the stuff they call food that they're serving. We'll talk about that in a minute here. But stress is the biggest one. Stress lowers your immune system and lowers your vibration, and then you're more susceptible to anything that's going on out there. The colds, the flus, sniffles, things like that. So it accelerates aging. You get older, you can age really fast when you're stressed out. And your muscles, it's like when I just did a 4-day expo down in Indian Wells, rather, Palm Springs area, called Contact in the Desert. And I worked on a lot of people's necks and shoulders with the red and infrared laser. And in 2 to 3 minutes, we relaxed the muscles, the stress was gone, they had better range of motion, and they felt a whole lot better. So, because it's a self-care tool to help relax the body in just seconds and minutes. So it's really powerful. And it takes money to do that. All right. Remember I said a very valuable asset is your money, because you can't, insurance. I've talked to people who say, well, I got insurance. Well, all insurance is going to do is keep you, the better your insurance, the more tests they're going to put you through when you do have a problem, because the insurance is going to pay for it. Okay. And then they're going to put you on maintenance drugs. Okay. They're going to maintain your disease. They're not going to try and heal it. Okay. Or get the body to heal it. They're trying to force the body into alignment, and that doesn't work well. Again, that's something you're resisting. And so you want to, the insurance also nowadays has another term called pain management. Okay. They're going to manage your pain. Not going to get rid of it. Okay. But they're going to manage it. So, that's the whole deal out there. So it takes cash to get healthy, to maintain your health and to keep it. And most people are on the 40-year plan, 40 hours a week for 40 years to retire and attempt to live on something, on 40% of what they couldn't live on to start with, and enjoy life at the same time, called retirement. Okay. Well, most people, 62% of the people are dead or dead broke when they reach 65. And part of that's because they have a JOB, and they're locked into that JOB. Now, JOB stands for just over broke or juggling our bills. Okay. But it doesn't have to. Okay. You've got to step outside of that. It's a catch-22. If you've got a job, you're blessed. Okay. Because you do have to keep the bills paid and the bulls away, or the alligators from draining the swamp, so to speak. But that keeps you in that trap of 40 hours a week for 40 years, unless you step outside of that and get started in your own business. Job can stand for join our business. All right. Because we have a business opportunity that goes along with the helping people get healthier with the red laser and all of our products. So I've been independent and self-employed my whole life. Got out of the Air Force and started my first business right away. And so I've had money and not had money. I've gone broke in the businesses, and I've done very well. It's quite a cycle. I learned a lot, and that's why I'm in the position I'm in now, where I can help a lot of people get healthy and wealthy, and I have my health to enjoy life to the fullest. And that's my whole approach. And I want to help people like yourself be able to enjoy life to the fullest, ongoing into your retirement type years. I don't know if I'll ever retire, because I love what I do. So there's no reason to go, I never have to go to work, and I don't have to retire, if that makes sense. So here's part of what we're up against is toxins. Okay. Moms across America, 100% of the fast foods they tested positive for heavy metals, lead and cadmium. And that was like 5 of the top fast food restaurants, from McDonald's, Burger King, all the way through. And all of them tested high for lead and cadmium. Well, again, if you're limited, if you've got more months left than you got money, which happens a lot of times with the JOB, is you run out of money and still have months left, then you're kind of forced to eat at some of these places, where when you start working for yourself and earning some additional what we call second source income or mailbox money by helping other people and helping yourself at the same time, then you can have some options to eat at different places where they take better care and buy a higher quality food. Or you can, it's like I get all my meats and stuff from U.S. Wellness Meats because it's grass fed and grass finished, which means my body recognizes it, knows how to digest it. A lot of what's out there, based on the studies here with Moms Across America, is not grass fed. It's fed in a fenced-in compound, and they finish it off by feeding it grain to fatten it up. And cows are not meant to eat grain. It's just that simple. So we're up against the wall here, unless we have the money to buy our life back, to pay whatever it takes to help us get healthier. So 100% of the samples that were purchased at 21 different locations had alarming levels of cadmium and lead. And so it's just something to be aware of. They also tested and found that the top 20 fast foods tested positive for glyphosate herbicide, and 76 positive for other harmful pesticides along with glyphosate. So again, glyphosate is something that it kills. It's just that simple. It's a toxin for the human body. So they Moms Across America also tested 43 school lunches, and the lab test found that 95% of the lunches had glyphosate in them. And glyphosate is a weed killer, and children exposed to glyphosate have been linked to development of diabetes, cardiovascular disease, cancer, including the non-Hodgkin lymphoma. So you can see, we the whole system around us is designed, so to speak, or allowed, might be a better way, to use toxic things in what they're bringing to the American public as a food. And a lot of, some of it's only one molecule away from plastic, and it's got a lot of toxins in it. They also found the top 10 food brands tested had veterinarian drugs and hormones in the food. So contraceptive and harmful antibiotics found in the top 10 fast food samples also. So, and here's the newest one on the market, so to speak, that we're aware of, been made aware of, is microplastics. You're likely ingesting microplastics every day. They've even found microplastics at the top of Mount Everest in the snow. All the plastic bags out there that are deteriorating, every time you wrinkle up a plastic bag, there's microplastics that come out into the atmosphere. And unfortunately, it's carried through the wind, through the water, through the food chain, and ultimately ends up in our body. And it's estimated that people ingest about 5 grams of plastic per week, okay, which is about the equivalent of the size of a credit card. That's kind of shocking right there. If you think about it, you're eating the size of a credit card in plastics every week, and the body has to deal with that, and it doesn't recognize it. So the microplastics go through, guess I could read over here, it's a bigger print, okay? So the tiny plastic particles contain harmful chemicals such as flame retardants, persistent organic pollutants, POPs, and plasticizers such as BPA, which can disrupt hormones and cause chronic infections. Microplastics can infiltrate cells within 24 hours of exposure and accumulate near the cell's nucleus, based on testing in mice. And the longer the cells were exposed to the microplastics, the more the cell's viability was reduced, which means the cell stopped producing the life force energy it needed to do its work. So they've detected microplastics in every tissue examined, as well as urine and feces. So it's a big deal, and we're not going to get away from it. It's like the EMF, the electromagnetic field from 5G and cell phones and the computers and all that. We're not going to get away from it. So we have to learn to protect our body from it. And a lot of that, as far as foods and stuff go, is to detox the body, get the toxins out of the body so the body can function the way it was designed to function. So as said, after 3 weeks exposure, mice developed dementia-like behavioral changes. They found they have demonstrated widespread distribution of microplastics throughout the body, including the brain, within 2 hours of consumption of water. Because your bottled water has microplastics in the water. It's just that simple. It's not just something you can get away from. The microplastics then became enveloped in cholesterol molecules on the brain's surface. This enabled them to cross the blood-brain barrier, which normally protects the brain from toxins and chemicals. So the microplastics know how to get around it. Okay, it's amazing what nature can do, how creative it gets. So heavy metals are a part of our world. Okay, even some of them are vital to our health, but only in certain amounts. And it's like copper and iron. Copper and iron are critical, for our body, but if you get too much of it, now you got another problem. It's like magnesium. Magnesium is critical for the body also, but if you get too much of it, you end up with diarrhea and all sorts of problems. So unlike organic pollutants, heavy metals don't break down, so they've got to be taken out of the body with a product that's negatively charged, because your heavy metals and your toxins are positively charged. So you want a product like our Arc Vision, or not Arc Vision, but the Clay or the crystals that are positively charged and attract the metals and bond to them and then carry the metals out of the body. So that there's amalgam fillings, and the dentists are still using amalgam fillings out there, some of them today. Smoking brings heavy metals into the body. The soil and the water is contaminated with heavy metals. Fish from the ocean and some of the lakes now have heavy metals in them. Pesticides. And all vaccines, all vaccinations, all shots, all immunizations, all booster shots, no matter what they want to call them, they all have heavy metals in them that are very, very hard on our body. Well, let's leave it at that. Tattoos are another, area that can really put a lot of toxins in the body, depending on what they're using. And I don't know if they've got new stuff out now, or that's not toxic, but I haven't heard of it if it is. So household items, the adhesives, the polishes, the pottery, the old paint. There's over 50 million man-made chemicals that weren't here a few decades ago, 50 years ago, that our body has to deal with. And so once in your body, they damage your cells and your DNA. And preventing it from happening is the best thing you can do. It's like the air in your home. You can't stop what they're blowing in the air, or I haven't figured out a way to do it yet. But I can clean up the air in my home with ionizers, air ionizers, and different things to do there. So the stuff they're putting in the water, I'm in control of that. But it takes money to do all that. You got to buy the good quality air ionizers. You got to get a good high quality reverse osmosis system or distiller system for your water. It all takes money to be able to, what I call, buy your health back, buy your life back. So that's why one of the reasons we offer a second source income, by if you want to join us to help market the products and help a lot of people get healthy. And if any of those want, to earn a little extra income, it's all available, or a lot of extra income. So what happens when your body takes in the heavy metals and microplastics? When toxins enter your body, it lowers the vibration frequency of your body. It lowers it down closer and closer. It just keeps on going down. past the 58 megahertz, where you start having, your body becomes a host for toxins and for disease, when you go down below 58 megahertz. Human cells can start to mutate when their frequency drops below 62 megahertz, and that's when illness sets in. Heavy metals toxicity can lower energy levels and damage the functioning of the brain, the lungs, the kidneys, the liver, blood composition rather, and other important organs. It's the body has a set of frequencies it needs to function on, and when you add the lower frequencies in and interfere with that, now the body doesn't have the energy and the tools it needs to communicate with itself, to heal itself. And if you're dehydrated, it makes it worse, okay? Because you have to be hydrated for the body to have a chance at getting the metals and the toxins out of your body. So hydration is critical. The effects consist of oxidative stress, DNA damage, organ dysfunction, metabolic disorder, immune response, neurotoxicity, as well as reproductive and developmental toxicity, which we've seen a lot of in the last 4 years with those kind of problems. And the symptoms, could be nausea, vomiting, sudden chills, shortness of breath, diarrhea, abdominal pain, tingling sensation in hands and feet, weakness and fatigue, because again, the body isn't able to function like it's designed to function. So we have to take the nail out for the body to heal itself. Okay, this is a little play on that here. If you get a nail in a tire, you've got a slow leak, and it's going to cause problems. The tire's going to get lower and lower. It's going to overheat. It can come apart. If a nail comes out all at once, it could be a blowout, which would be like having a heart attack because of the toxins in your body. So you got to take the nail out, and the nail is the toxins. It's just really that simple. Toxins in our body. So we all have a trash can, and we need to empty that trash can out. It's if you're 60 years old and you've never done a detox, or you've never cleaned out your trash can, then all those toxins that have been accumulating all these years that the body wasn't able to get out of are still stored in your body. And that can be stored, if it's very toxic, the body has to wrap fat around it and tuck it into the cell structure. It's where a lot of excess weight comes from. Arthritis is the joints become filled with toxins and particles and things that the body can't get out anymore because your body's not healthy enough to do that. It could be from dehydration, all sorts of challenges that come along. So there's a book out there called Detoxify or Die. I highly recommend that. The way I say it is detoxify or die early. It's going to shorten life if we don't get the toxins out of our body. So detoxify or die, start today by stopping. Okay, when I started detoxing to help my body heal myself of asthma, hay fever, sinuses, and all my allergies, the first thing I did was I stopped all white flour, I stopped all white sugar, sucrose, artificial sweeteners, etc. Very toxic stuff. All white salt, your table salt is only 2 elements, and they add aluminum to it to keep it from sticking together. So white salt is very toxic, your table salt is. You want to use unprocessed sea salt. I use Redmond's real salt. It vibrates the highest of what I've tested and has the fewest heavy metals. So stop using plastic water bottles, okay? And if you're using plastic water bottles, at least laser it with the red laser to neutralize those toxins to where the body can have a chance to get them through the body without harming the body. It also makes the water wetter to where it hydrates the body better when you laser your water for 30 seconds. And right into the water, not through the bottle, okay? So all the gassing off from the plastic, we can help neutralize that. The water will even taste different after you laser it for 30 seconds. And so stop or reduce eating at fast food joints. Be more picky about, the fast food joints you're eating at, and then stop overeating. Okay, overeating is another real problem in the society, because the body is only designed to digest so much at a time, and when you stuff your stomach full, that's why you feel like taking a nap afterwards, is you've overloaded the body. So stop eating processed foods with no life in them. Every time you tear open a plastic wrapper, tinfoil wrapper, you're eating something that's not been exposed to the sunshine. It's way far away from what nature intended, and there's no nutrition in it, probably. Okay, and then probably a lot of toxins. So, it's like potato chips. When you tear open a bag of potato chips, there's a ton of toxins in there, and it's got stuff added to it, including salt, that makes you want to eat more and then drink more and eat more. It's like pretzels in a bar. They put pretzels on the bar so you drink more beer. It's pretty interesting how that all works. So stop or limit alcohol consumption. Alcohol is 100% toxic to the body, and when you drink too much of it, that's what plays out. So minimize exposure to toxins is the key to, one of the keys to helping your body help itself heal itself naturally. So your body detoxes naturally by itself when it's hydrated well enough and not overloaded with toxins. So your body has 6 vital organs that support the body's natural detoxification process. The lungs, we exhale a lot out through the lungs. That's why it's important to use the red and infrared revitalizer on your body, on your food, and your water. Okay, is because when you use all of our products, it helps bring the body's blood into a more negative polarity and separates all the red blood cells into free flowing. Sticky blood, when it goes through the lungs, number one, most people's blood is sticky blood. They're called rouleed blood, and it doesn't go through microcirculation very well because it's all stick together. But when you use our products, it separates in 30 seconds to a minute and a half. It separates all your red blood cells into free flowing. They're all separate. And that gives you better microcirculation. And when that blood goes through the lungs, the whole red blood cell is exposed. So it gives up more toxins and takes on more oxygen. And that's what the body needs to stay healthy or to heal itself, no matter what the medical label is. More life force energy, you get about 30% more life force, 35% more life force energy in 30 seconds. And then the next minute, it separates all your red blood cells into free flowing, so you get better microcirculation. That picks up more oxygen, gives up more toxins. That's what the body needs right there. So through the lungs, it also through the skin. If you got stuff going on in your skin, it's because the body has to get those toxins out one way or the other. So some of them come out through the skin. The kidneys work real hard to get the toxins out. Your liver, most people's liver is overworked, again, trying to get the toxins out. The colon and the lymphatic system. That's the 6 systems that the body naturally uses. And again, you got to be hydrated for that to happen. If you drink 12 ounces of coffee, you got to drink 16 ounces of water just to come back to zero where you started. So hydration is the key to detoxing. Drink water as your primary drink. The blood's 94% water, your eyes are 98% water. They say the body is about 74% water, depending on who you're listening to. However, the body is 99.92% water molecules, because your muscles, everything has water molecules in it, the bones, everything. So your body is 99.92% water molecules. Can't stress that enough on what it means to be hydrated. Okay, hydrate your body to detoxify. Start today, laser your water, do some walking, do a liver cleanse, a gallbladder cleanse, colon cleanse, infrared saunas help. I've got a blog on my helpsyouheal.com website on 17 vital functions of unprocessed sea salt. So you can, go look at that. Just helps you heal, all spelled out, .com. So, and then understand that toxic free means there's no toxins in it. Toxic free means there's no toxins. All of our products are toxic free and edible. Non-toxic means that less than 50% of the animals they tested on died, so it's non-toxic for human use. And they can stop the test anytime they want. So they could be 49% and they stop the test and then tag it as non-toxic. And that's in the book. You can go to toxicfree.org and find that out. So, okay. Replenish Love, right? This we just introduced last month. Replenish Love is a whole body, meaning it can be used anywhere on the body at any age from inception to expiration, okay, of the body, all ages. It's a quick absorbing, fast drying, non-staining, non-oily, non-messy, gentle, all-body serum. Okay, Replenish Love is a toxic-free deodorant with nutrition in it, vitamins and minerals. So you start getting your vitamins and minerals what we call vibrodermally, through the skin into your blood in about 26 seconds. Doesn't have to go through the digestive system. A lot of people don't realize that a lot of supplements go right on through the body and out through the stool and end up at the wastewater treatment plants. That's why they have screens and everything there to stop them from getting into the impellers, and they trap all that. So, because a lot of them don't digest in the human body. And then those that do, you're hoping that enough of it gets through the gastrointestinal system to where there's some nutrition there and your body can get a hold of it. And that. A lot of people take supplements and they've never noticed any improvement in their health. They're just thinking that, that it's helping them. But it's like if you take something toxic, you get sick right away, okay? The body works at the speed of light, just like our lasers and everything. Frequencies work at the speed of light. So if you take something that's toxic, you're going to know it right away. You're going to have sick symptoms, okay? So if you take something that's healthy for you, you're going to realize that too in a short period of time, just in days and weeks, maybe a couple of months. But it doesn't take 3 months for something that's healthy, that's vibrating higher than you are. Think about it, supplements. If you take a supplement that's vibrating lower than you are in your area of need, it's not going to help you at all. It might actually harm you. If you take a supplement that's vibrating higher than you are in your area of need, meaning there's nutrition in it, that the body can assimilate and use, then you're going to feel better. It's just really that simple. So, our product is 100% free from any aluminum, baking soda, polypropylene glycol, alcohol, beeswax, or any known toxins. It's all natural and organic. It's vegan, gluten-free, cruelty-free, GMO-free, hyperallergenic, skin pH friendly, and fast drying. It's completely stain-free when used as a deodorant or otherwise. That's our new Replenish Love product. It's a serum. You just put a little on your finger, rub it under your arms, and use it as a deodorant. And then your arms, that area of your body, absorbs even faster than on your arm or something like that. So you get your nutrition right into your body. And here's the ingredients in Replenish Love. Water 1000. We go the extra mile for the water that's in all of our products. We start out with reverse osmosis, then we vortex it through an intention disc to clear all the cellular memory of where it's been. It also structures it, microclusters it. Then we energize it 3 different ways. So it's very special water, all right? And it's proprietary, so it's all the further I can go with that. But it also has magnesium, potassium, calcium, organic aloe vera, organic jojoba oil, which is vitamin E, organic grapeseed oil, organic witch hazel, Dead Sea salts, Himalayan salts, iodized sea salt, organic apple cider vinegar, zinc, boron, copper, manganese, molybdenum, phosphorus, selenium, sulfur, MSN, sulfur, and iron sulfate. Those are the minerals that are in it that are going right into your blood in 26 seconds, and the body knows how to use it, and it assimilates it right away. Vegan vitamins, okay? You get vitamin A, B1, B2, B3, B12, C, E, K2, vegan gums, omega 3, 6, 7, and 9, all plant-based. Coconut oil, MCT oil infused with healing love frequencies. Olive oil derived biomimic metric emulsifiers, and acacia, passion fruit, babasuga, rice bran oils, saccharide isomoderate, gargum plant extracts, vanilla and coconut oil, bergamot oil, lavender oil, orange oil, geranium rose oil, marjoram oil, valerian oil, lime oil, jasmine oil, melissa oil, Roman chamomile oil, nerolic oil, rose oil, hydro vortex nano silver, EDTA, calcium disodium, and human blueprint frequencies added. So all of that you get just by using it as a deodorant. Now, there's other ways you can use it. You can use it on the bottom of the feet. You can use it in and around the navel. Some people use it on dark age spots and helping lighten up the age spots. But all of that is helping your body help itself heal itself naturally, because it's also detoxing you. Okay, research has shown that the serum has many benefits. Nutrient delivery system, delivery to the cells of the body, because again, 26 seconds it's into your blood. Detox of heavy metals and other incoherent substances, reduced parasites in the body. And if you think you don't have parasites, you want to think again. Okay. Changes energy field in 30 minutes or less from incoherent to coherent in organs of the body. Because we've done the GDV testing, the gas discharge visualization camera, we've done the AO scans. All of them are just off the chart with what it's doing to the body and helping the body do for itself in just seconds and minutes. May increase hemoglobin and iron content in red blood cells. We've had that test through the dark field microscope blood work showing more iron in the red blood cells. Experience increased energy with regular use, experience clarity, reduction or elimination of brain fog, and feeling more rested with deeper sleep. So that's some of the testing over the last 6 months that we've been testing it and doing everything. So replenish love again. Any product applied on the skin is in your blood in approximately 26 seconds. So all of the following applications will have multiple side effects for long-term anti-aging and well-being, okay, and actually reverse aging. It's also used to reduce blemishes, foot bacteria, reduction of brown spots on the body, under the breast for rashes, bikini line, ingrown hairs, alcohol detoxing, and again, detoxing is the key to, anti-aging, increased deeper sleep, eczema, compact cyst, cold sores, clearing red spots from rosacea, odor control, skin rashes, increased dream state, odor control in humid conditions, helps with hair and nail growth, helps with neuropathy and age spots. So all of that's been, what we've been achieving and getting the feedback from the 30-some people that were using the product live. And then we had several people going through the AO scan, the GDB camera, and tests like that. And many of those weren't using any of our other products, only the Replenish Love as a deodorant. So again, it can be used on the bottom of the feet, around the navel. So there's different ways to use it. Now, I will caution you that if you use too much of it too fast, you can end up with a healing crisis. You can detox fast enough to where you might end up with a diarrhea or a headache or some kind of flu symptoms because the body's pulling too many toxins out too fast. So you just back off a little bit. I'd start out slow with as a deodorant every other day. If you shower every other day, or if you shower daily, you can use it daily. But start out slow and then start increasing it after you get everything established. So, okay. Well, there's other ways of detoxing, but we're out of time now. I wanted to save time and see if there was any questions. Do we have any questions?
Yes. Okay, let me see. Where did they start? How do we know if we are getting actual nutrition?
What was that again?
How do we know if we are getting actual nutrition?
You'll feel better. You'll be more flexible. You're healthy when you're getting nutrition. If you have any symptoms of, like tiredness, sore back, achy muscles, you're not getting the nutrition that you need. I mean, it's a hard question to answer because everybody's different. But if you're hydrated and getting your nutrition, you feel good. You have energy. You can think. Everything's going well. You're flexible, limber. I hope that makes sense because that's a hard question to answer. Okay.
Can you explain how we get the nutrition from deodorant? I think you did that though.
Using anything you put on your skin is in your blood in 26 seconds. So whether that's a lotion on your face, hand cream, the stuff they got for detoxing, all the stuff you pump in your hand when you go in the store, people are afraid of toxins. You put that on your hand, it's got 3 toxins in it. And those toxins are going right into your blood. And so what we've got is a non-toxic deodorant that works super well. And then it has toxic-free nutrition and minerals in it that go right through your skin vibrodermally into your blood, just like everything else you put on your skin. If you can't eat it, don't put it on your skin. Okay. So hope that made sense. Next.
Let's see. Does each person have their own vibration to be on?
Yes. Yeah, everybody's got a unique vibration, and every part of your body, every cell of your body has a unique vibration for you. But at the same time, muscles, the vibration of a healthy muscle is the same in you as it is in another person because that frequency is what makes it a muscle. The uniqueness would be in the overall frequency of the total body, if that makes sense. So muscles have a frequency, liver has a frequency, an optimal wellness frequency, if you will. And so, yes, everything has its own unique frequency. That's what makes it. It's like a healthy muscle vibrates at a specific frequency because that frequency in the quantum field is what creates it as a muscle. That's the information of a healthy muscle. If it's hurting, it's vibrating lower than optimal wellness. Still a muscle, but it's vibrating lower than optimal wellness. What we do is infuse the optimal wellness frequency in. The lower frequency will always then train up to the higher frequency. And then you get better microcirculation, more oxygen, more detoxing on top of that with more life force energy. Now the body can actually start to heal itself. Good question.
And we are out of time. I'll give you the rest of the questions after the show.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those who we didn't get to your questions, please tune in next week.
Okay. Take care. Have fun. Bye for now. All right. Life is meant to be fun.